The Great Pyramid Mystery and Their True Purpose Finally Revealed. Part 2. These facts are leading more and more historians to believe the pyramids may have had a far more useful purpose. The Pyramid of Giza was not at all a tomb, but a power plant generating and transmitting electricity to the civilization surrounding it. The question is, why do you think the reason behind government doesn't want us to know the real purpose of the pyramid and the free wireless energy? Almost similar situation happened. Why didn't Nikola Tesla receive enough support from the government even though he offered his invention free wireless technology to transfer free energy? Coincident? Join the mystery code. If you've never watched part 1, make sure to watch it first. It will greatly help you understand the full shocking details of the Pyramid Hidden True Purpose documentary. These mysteries still elude our understanding. But more and more people are accepting the possibility that the Great Pyramid of Giza had a more important function than we understand. We know there is a heightened electromagnetic measurement around the pyramid that's equivalent to that made in an electrical storm. We also know that if you look at them from space, you can see that they're actually 8-sided, not 4 sides. And that there are strange heat spots observable only with special equipment. They have unique electric materials, including copper, and a design that suggests high pressure and water power. They have a powerful magnetic structure and placement over the tellure recurrence. They're aligned with the stars, and the unique art of the area shows clear depictions of wired light sources. All these things suggest there's a lot more to this story than we've been told. All these circumstances make the likelihood high that the pyramid was created to be a compact energy generator and a broadcasting system that transmitted electricity wirelessly. The implications for this understanding of electrical power by an ancient culture are huge. It would rewrite history as we know it. Do you think that free energy could be transmitted wirelessly around the world? And whether or not you believe that, do you think that if it really could do that, we would actually know about it? It could still be argued that the electrical materials used to construct the Great Pyramid are simply coincidental because an energy generator still requires a catalyst from another source. Perhaps then this explains why the pyramids are geographically located over a powerful natural generator, underground rivers, and aquifers. Physioelectricity could be harnessed from the power of the current as the water flow. And it has been proven that thousands of years ago, the Nile River passed directly by where the structures now stand. Of course, this brings in a debate about the age of the pyramids themselves, along with the weathering on the nearby Sphinx, indicating that the monuments are actually double the age they're currently assumed to be. Perhaps that would explain why there's no mention of the pyramids or their creation in any of the Egyptian writing. So if water was a source of power, it would have traveled up the limestone based on the principle of capillary action, which happens when a small area of a substance that gets wet absorbs into the entire area of that substance. So water flowing near or underneath the pyramid could have been absorbed as it passed over the limestone, even traveling upward to the top of the structure. The quartz in the tunnels of the pyramids would be subject to stress or vibration, creating physioelectricity. The high force speed of the rising water and the pressure would be analogous to filling a syringe, generating electromagnetic energy within the structure by the materials within it, and conducting it upwards to the now missing capstone. But why? The geographical location of the pyramid may give us some clues. It is located exactly at a point that magnifies the electromagnetic forces on the planet where tellure-recurrence is at its strongest. There's an electromagnetic field at the bottom of the pyramid, which would rise to the upper layers with these chemical reactions. We don't know for sure what capped the pyramid, but there is speculation that it may have been gold, explaining, of course, why it's long since been missing. If it were gold, This could have created a conductive path for energy to be directed upwards high into the atmosphere. If superconductive materials were used to create this monument, then the potential for something even more amazing might have been possible. Wireless electricity sound far-fetched. One bold and extraordinary man swore this was possible, and he may have shown us how we know of Nikola Tesla as the solitary genius responsible for the electric engine radio laser radar, and for creating a tremendous competitive spirit in Thomas Edison. We know Tesla sought above all to serve mankind. In fact, despite his extraordinary contributions, he's scarcely known or credited for his genius. At the 1893 World's Fair, Tesla transmitted electricity naturally to a light bulb he held in his. And he created the Tesla coil, which is used more today for show than for the function it was intended to serve. Most importantly, we know that Tesla claimed adamantly that he had perfected the method of harnessing and transmitting free wireless energy using the electromagnetic nature of the planet. In a patent Tesla file in September of 1890, he claimed that at 30,000 feet altitude, there's a stratum of rarefied air that would conduct electro-occurrence at high voltages. In this proposed system was a transmitter that would transmit millions of volts into the ionosphere. Then he had something, receive the electricity and reduce the voltage to a convenient potential to be used by consumers in an experiment the last week of July in 1900. Nearby residents claimed to have witnessed Tesla successfully conduct his experiment at the Warden SI Tower, while Tesla himself shared his new method of conductivity and said that it lit up the night sky as if it were a giant fluorescent tube. It's even been said that he successfully wirelessly transmitted pictures and sounds. Though all of his work has been mercilessly destroyed, this cannot be proven. Sadly, Tesla's technology was confiscated. Shortly after his death, he died in poverty, and the US government destroyed his tower, claiming it was being used by German spies. Had Tesla succeeded in his mission, the distribution of power on this planet would have been very different. Today, compare Tesla's technology to the pyramids, the location, height, and electromagnetic material. We've seen induction between copper wires work for short distances for a long-distance transfer. The same principle can be applied, and acoustic energy is converted to kinetic energy, and the frequencies matched the way an opera singer can shatter a glass when the sound wave he is singing matches the resonant frequency of the glass. So if there's an ally oscillating current and you create a second possessing the same frequency, the wireless transmission can pass through solid materials and through long distances. The frequency which would have been released from the pyramid would have to have been matched in the surrounding area. Perhaps this would explain the obelisk, the tall monuments, which could be acting as receivers, particularly if there's a quartz stone at the top of it. This would also explain the ancient carvings in Egypt, which so clearly indicate light sources. It's boggling to think anyone would even argue it in the Hathor Temple. The dendra light is one such image. It perfectly resembles modern electrical technology, showing a wire inside of a bulb-like area and a box, which appears to be a receiver. Across from this carving is a similar image, but the system appears to be falling into the hands of a reptilian-looking being, as though it's a warning of the potential to abuse this technology. Mainstream historians scoff and make more primitive conclusions, but still the pyramids show no sign of soot from flame torches. Instead, there are multiple carvings that show these antenna-like objects that appear to be transmitted. Near another object shaped like the famous symbol, the one, appears to be the receiver. Given all this, it seems so much more believable that the Great Pyramid functioned using the same principles and conditions as Tesla sought to demonstrate, that they conducted and directed electromagnetic energy into the ionosphere, where it generated and transmitted electricity wirelessly to receivers within the civilized. We've long believed that the pyramids were just tombs, but this theory raises more questions than it answers. Why do they have nothing in common with other tombs? Why the unique construction materials made to build it, including the very materials required for conducting power? Why have the oversized granite boxes proven to have never contained any mummies? Or the ones that are clearly too large for humans? Why the alignment with the North Pole, the 20-ton swivel doors, intricate tunnels and chambers, shafts, and areas still yet to be discovered? Why is there no soot from fire torches anywhere inside the structure? And why do the tunnels protrude deep into the earth? Join the Mystery Code for a closer look. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. If you're new, please hit subscribe and the bell next to it to be notified of future releases.
If you love this kind of content, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. We produce amazing videos with interesting topics in the future that are sure to interest you. You can subscribe now, and hit the notification bell. Mystery Code.